Hello, hi friend, this is Rahul. Welcome to Reliable Immigration Guide. Today we are going to talk about the Atlantic nomination nominee program. So we are going to talk about the Schedule A background declaration form and so how to fill that form. So it's pretty easy. Before you start the this form, make enough photocopies for your needs. You can also print all or part of this form from your website at www.cic.gc.in, and if there is not enough space to provide all the necessary information, attached to this form a separate sheet of paper with the further details. Print your name at the top of each additional sheet and indicate the form's title and the number of the questions you are answering. So before you start, read the instruction guide. If you have any question, guys, let me know in my comment box. And always type or print in a black ink. So first question is the principal applicant or spouse, so that's you need to just tick there. Then full name and your family name, given name, and then your full name written in your native language. So if you are Arabic, if you are Chinese, if you are from Philippines, if you are from India, if you are Japanese, you need to write down the name in your native language. Then your date of birth, the format is year, month, and a date. Then personal details of your father, so family name of the father, given name of the father. Try to be write down the name as such as if they have a passport, just go with that. Then date of birth, year, month, and date. Town or city of the birth, country, date of death if disease, so year, month, and date. Fifth one, personal details of your mother, and family name the same thing. Then sixth one, have you or if you are a principal applicant, any of your family members listed in your application for permanent residence in Canada ever. So these are the questions, guys, so just go through that, and it's not that difficult. And just say no, 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 and just write it down, or just read that. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comment box. And yeah, made previous claims for the refugee protection in Canada. Number C, Canadian visa. Just say no. Then E, been refused admission to or order to leave Canada or any other country or territory. Say no. Like whatever the situation is yours. And then been involved in act of genocide or war crime or in the commission of crime against humanity. No. And then G, used or planned or advocated the use of armed struggle or violence to reach political, religious, or social objectives. No. Have been associated with a group that uses, advocated, or advocates the use of armed struggle or violence to reach political, religious, or social objectives. No, 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 no. So didn't I been member of an organization that is or was engaged in activity that is a part of pattern of criminal activity. No. Then J, been detained or incarcerated in or in put in a jail. No. K, no. If you answer to any of these questions yes, then provide the details below. Then guys, there is an option. You can say you can see there, save, reset form, or print form. So if you are busy in between that, you can save the form, it will save, so you don't have to worry about the next time whenever you're going to sit down and fill up this form, and then you can go directly into the education. So you need to mention in first box how many years you completed in your elementary or primary school. Second box, secondary and high school, university and college, and fourth, trade school or other post secondary school. And then they wanted to know the details, so go with the recent one. So year and month, year and two, year and month, and name of the institution, city and country or territory, type of certificate or diploma issued, and field of study. Then second, and always keep that in your mind, there should not be any gap. If there is any gap of few months, then if you're taking any courses, if you're taking any tuitions, if you're going somewhere, just write it down and mention that thing too. So you need to you have to be really clear about whatever you did it. And if you have any gap in between more than a year, you need to mention that whatever you did it. So I'm just giving you example how to fill the form and what do you mean by gaps, and how we need to mention from date, year and month to year and month. So guys, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment box. It's pretty easy form. There is nothing to worry about it. And I always recommend you to fill the form on the computer, print it down, so you will get the right idea, and you don't have to worry about the any spelling mistakes and all. Then what we have, I'm just showing you some examples how to fill the information. And then next is personal history. So again, personal history is it's really easy. Provide the details of your personal history since the age of 18 or the past 10 years. So if you and whichever is most recent, start with the most recent under information. Under the activity, write your occupation or job title if you are working. So that's how you need to do it. For example, unemployed, studying, traveling, retired, or in detention, etc. You need to be really clear and truthfully. You need to mention everything from the date and the year and month. And they have mentioned the note, please ensure that you do not leave any gaps in time. Then membership, association with organization, if you have anything with that related to that, mention that, otherwise say no. And mention the none option there. Then government positions, list any government positions such as civil servant, judge, police officer, employee in a security organization you have held. Include the positions you have held before or after your retirement. Do not use abbreviation. Or if you don't have anything, you need to mention none, because they should know that did you miss that, or you know that, or if there is none, then you need to mention the none. Then guys, again you can see the option where save, reset the form and print the form. Then we will go the page number 3rd. So again, the number 11 is military and or a paramilitary service. Provide below complete details of military and or paramilitary service for each of the countries in whose armed forces you serve. And if there is none, then you need to mention none in capital, so they will get to know the whole thing. Again, name of the country or territory, if there is nothing, you need to mention none there. Then you need to mention from to branch of service, unit numbers, just mention none. I'm just giving you an example how to do that, so they will get to know, okay, you haven't been served for military anywhere in the world. Then most important part is, and complicated part is addresses. So from list all the addresses where you have lived since your 18th birthday or the past 10 years. If you're living in Canada, if you're living outside Canada, if you're in UK, Australia, wherever you are, you need to mention all the dates and your address and city or province and postal code, and there should not be a gap. So keep that in your mind. And then last page will be 4th, authority to disclose the personal information. Then by submitting this form, you consent to release the Canadian government authorities of all records and information. Any government authority, including police, judicial and the state authorities in all countries in which you have lived, may possess on your behalf concerning any investigation, arrest, charges, trials and convictions and sentences. So these are all the information. Declaration of the applicant, I declare that the information I have given is truthful, complete and correct, and signature and date. Do not complete the following section now. You may be asked to sign in presence of representative of the Canadian government or an official appointed by the Canadian government. So if you are using entrepreneur declaration, then you cannot sign it right now. You need to do not complete the following section now, because you may be asked to sign presence of representative of Canadian government. And this is it. So guys, just let me know if you have any questions regarding this form. It's pretty easy. And we will go to the next form, which is offer of employment or to the foreign national Atlantic immigration pilot. And all we know is this is an employer driven stream. So this form gives you a whole idea about offer of an employment to a foreign national Atlantic immigration pilot. In this form, it's all about filling all the details by your employer. So you have to mention all the business operating name, business legal name, telephone number, business mailing address, then business addresses if there is a different mailing address, then North American industry classification sector, and then seventh is website address, eighth is the date of businesses established. So they have to mention every single details before they submit your application for you. So this is really important form. That's why this nominee program is called as a business employer driven nominee program. Size of the business, that's you don't have to worry about anything about it, because this thing you will get to know from your employer, and employer have to have fill this form for you. But just for the clarification, and once the employer fill the form, you need to cross check, is there any problem, is there anything wrong, or if he employer missed any information in the form. So you need to recheck that, and make sure there are all the information including in the form. Otherwise the nominee, the Atlantic government, they may send you the form back again. It will take a long time to do the whole process again and send it back to them, and it will be a time consuming. That's the most important part. So be clear, take your time, and check it by your naked eyes, and try to find out any problems in the form. Then the second, details of the job. So he's going to mention the all the duties and everything, and he's going to fill that what is your education, doctorate, bachelor degree, and all other stuff. Then going down, experiments, requirements of the experience, results, requirements of the job. So and one second guys. So 25th. So benefits are there, and he have to fill all the information for yourself, and all the details about the wages per hour, amount of year, and finally other benefits if there is any. So please specify. So he's going to specify for you. Then page number 38, that's your information, employee information. So family name, given name, and go with all the information whatever you have on your passport right now. So you need to be really make sure that your whatever the information you are filling, it should match to the passport. Then gender, date of birth, and it's pretty easy information that you have to fill it. And country of residence, citizenship, passport number, marital status, and mailing address if you have different mailing address, email address, telephone number, and declaration of the employer. So employer is going to say all the things whichever they mention, and the name of the employer in the end, signature of the employer, date in a year, month, and a date format, and the important word, the I certificate that I am actively engaged in the business in respect of which offer and employment is made, and understand that, and then XYZ. And then second, I certify that I am a compliant with and will comply with the federal and provincial territorial laws that regulate employment. And yes, and this is all, guys, as I said, this is all the information which employer is going to provide to the uh, government, so you don't have to worry about it. But you should know the form, you should know the drill, and once he fill the form for you, you need to check it, cross check it, and you need to see is there anything missing, or is there anything wrong. And for the name of the employer, print the name and the signature of the employer, dates, everything should be in a black ink pen. Do not use the blue one, otherwise they will send the form back. So this is all the information that you need to check it. And if you have any question, guys, let me know in the comment box, and I will be more than happy to help you out. And it's pretty easy form, there is nothing that complicated. So that's why I always say is that this is really easy. We don't need any agent, we just have to have read few stuff. And if you have any questions, again, let me know. And then page number 4, the declaration of the employee. So this is all same, like you need to say yes, I confirm that I have read and understood the content of this form. I declare that the information that I have provided in section 4 of this form is true and complete and accurate. I confirm that I understand that if I have made false declaration, or have otherwise provided false or misleading information, or have undertaken concealment of material act, my application for permanent residence could be rejected. So you need to be you need to read everything, and that's it. Name of the employee, black ink pen, signature of the employee, date, year, month, and date. And that